Konnichiwa.
My name is Jimmy.
Easy.
James.
Rita.
My name is Jung, and we are going to talk about doing business in Japan.
Before we start, here are some quick facts about Japan. Japan is an island nation that is located in East Asia. It doesn't look that big, but can fit 11 Vancouver Islands in Japan. Japan has a population of 128 million people. Of those 128 million people, 38 million people live near the capital of Japan, which is Tokyo. The main language in Japan is Nihongo, which is Japanese. And even though Japan has recently entered a recession, it is still the world's third largest economy, right behind America and China at $5 trillion GDP. Japan has a parliamentary democracy with a constitutional monarchy, and the main religion in Japan is dominated by Christianity, Shinto, and Buddhism. High and low context culture is a term that was presented by anthropologist Edward T. Hall in his 1976 book Beyond Cultures. It was a way to classify different cultures' way of communicating. Japan is considered a high context culture. In a high context culture, nonverbal communication is very common, and interpersonal relationship is heavily emphasized. In Japan, value group harmony, and people in this culture are influenced more by intuition and or feeling. Also in Japan, history and tradition is heavily valued. Conversely, in a low context culture like America, people are generally more logical, linear, individualistic, and action-oriented. People from low context culture value logic, facts, and directiveness. Decisions are based on fact rather than intuition. Discussions usually end with action, and communications are expected to be straightforward, concise, and efficient in telling what action is expected. Because of the difference in the two contexts, a Japanese manager once said to an American manager, "We are a homogeneous people and don't have to speak as much as you do here. When we say one word, we understand 10, but here you have to say 10 to understand one." Here is an example of a high context manager.
Hi, Nakaji-san.
I have a project for you.
Oh?
Let's go grab some coffee. I'll introduce you to our new team, and I'll explain what we're doing.
Okay, sure.
And here is an example of a low context manager. Hey Jimmy,
Hi, James.
I got a project for you. I need this done and also a 15-minute presentation for the executive board member for tomorrow by 6.
Okay.
Did you notice a difference between the two managers? When assigning a task in a different culture, be careful how you approach the situation, especially when it comes to communication. To analyze cross-cultural communication, Gerard Hofstede founded the cultural dimension theory. The graph shown on screen shows the difference between Canada and Japan according to this theory. By looking at the cultural dimension graph, it is evident that the culture in Japan and Canada are both very different from each other. Japan has a very hierarchical society compared to Canada and has a higher power distance. Canada, on the other hand, is more masculine, riskier, and can adapt to change more comfortably. Japan doesn't like to change tradition and will look to avoid uncertainty and look at everything in a long-term view.
Cultures and manners are highly respected on this traditional Asian land. Particularly, you'll have to do as the Japanese do if you want to build up a solid relationship. Now, please pay attention to what's the right thing to do during the first meeting.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Jimmy.
My name is Easy.
This is my business card.
Thank you. This is my business card.
Thank you.
Glad to know you, Jin-san. So you are working in the financial department. I was working there also. It was really interesting but challenging.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. That's true, but I'm really interested about dealing with numbers.
Always bow when you are exchanging business card. When you are giving business card, be aware not to cover the logo nor the name of your card. Also, use both hands to receive the business card as the way of showing respect. In the business environment in Japan, the dress code is rather conservative. For either gender, suit of basic color is recommended. For females, either skirts or pants is fine. The comfort zone is usually about 2 to 3 feet away from your partner. Don't be too close or too far away.
Seriously, I don't think Abenomics is gonna work in Japan. What do you think? So, what do you think of Nazi's influence in Japan?
Well, the New Year's Day was just passed. Did you have fun with your family?
Yes.
Nice to hear. I went to Ginza the other day. It was such a fashionable spot. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's true.
Japanese people tend to build relationship before doing business. They may ask you to go out and eat dinner with you to talk about personal life before the actual meeting.
Hi, Jason. I didn't catch you last time. So, how old are you?
Well, I'm 25.
Japanese are liable to ask you questions that make you feel uncomfortable, such as your age. You don't have to answer, but at least be gracious about it. They are certainly not trying to be offensive. Japanese people determine the eldest of the group so that they can treat you with highest respect. The aim of these primary talks is not to discuss business, but to learn about the others, such as their backgrounds and interests, in order to build trust and to know how to communicate during the following stage of the negotiation. This is very important for Japanese who want to create a harmonious relationship before talking business. You might be invited to a house dinner by your Japanese partner. If you are invited to a Japanese home, bring flowers with an uneven number, cakes, or small gifts to show appreciation. It is common to give gifts to the host before entering the house. Do not forget to take off your shoes. In business, the giving of gifts on the first meeting often occurs. The gift should always be wrapped. White flower of any kind and also red Christmas card should be avoided because it is associated with funerals. Also keep in mind that giving 4 or 9 of anything is considered unlucky. A lot of work in Japan will have event called nomikai, which is when coworkers will go out drinking after a hard day work to socialize and relax. People often go to izakaya, which is a Japanese style bar. It is essential to take part of the social gathering activity and build up a relationship with the other coworkers, and more importantly, with the managers.
Ji-san, I'm so exhausted today. Let's go to nomikai.
Nomikai?
Yeah, it's a drink party in Japanese. Let's go drink and relax.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yes! Sumimasen, sake 1本お願いします。
Oh, Nakaji-san, I don't know. I really don't like alcohol. I tried once before, but I had a bad headache for days.
Don't worry, sake is Japanese rice wine. It's the smoothest in the world. You'll love it.
Okay, I can try, but I want to do this for you, Nakaji-san. I do trust you.
Here's your sake.
ありがとう。乾杯。
乾杯.
How do you like it?
Oh, it's really good. I do like it.
I told you, it's very smooth and delicious.
Yeah.
Can we get another one, please?
Even if you are not a fan of drinking, it is still highly encouraged to take part of a nomikai. The Japanese businessmen will usually be aggressive to call you into drinking, so be patient and just explain to that person that you're not into drinking, but would still like to join. It is important to not get agitated. During the nomikai, people can talk about anything they are interested. in outside the workplace. Finding something in common can help building interpersonal relationship and trust.
So, Jason, how's your family doing?
Oh, thank you for asking. They're doing fine.
Great, that's great to hear. By the way, are you into Japanese anime?
Oh yeah, I really do like Japanese anime. Attack on Titan is my favorite.
Oh, really? Me too. The new movie's coming out really soon. We should definitely go check it out together.
Oh sure, why not?
Kanpai.
Kanpai.
The sake is great.
Yeah, it's really great. Oh, it's turning late. We have to work tomorrow.
Oh, that's true. Can we get the bill, please?
Oh no, Nakaji-san, I should pay the bill. Sake
Don't,
was great, and it's all thanks to you.
don't worry about it. I invited you. I should be the one paying.
No, it really should be me.
No. Don't worry. I'll pay this time. Maybe next time.
Okay then, next time.
After the nomikai, usually the host or the person with higher position in the company will pay for the bill. It is seen being polite and kindness if the guests argue to pay the bill, but the decision is usually up to the host. Also in Japan, people usually pay by cash. In some izakaya or small restaurants, credit cards are not accepted.
I was supposed to meet Rita-san at 11. It's 10:55. I wonder where she is.
Try to be 10 to 15 minutes early. It's a way to show respect. Also, depending on your relationship with the partner, you will be greeted at the entrance of the company, or if you are flying in, the partner will come pick you up and greet you at the airport, even if the negotiation isn't on that day of your landing.
Hi, Rita-san. I'm expecting you. Please come in.
Hi, Nakaji-san. Thank you.
Right this way.
Okay. Well, as we discussed over the phone last time, here is our revised proposition. Product A, Product B, and Product C. For Product A, we propose to increase the amount of production by 30% in the coming season. For Product B, we propose to price it a little bit lower than Product A. For Product C, we would like to partner with a local distribution center in order to reach more local stores. What do you think?
Looks promising.
When negotiating, please remember that in a high-contest culture like Japan, yes doesn't necessarily mean yes. Here is an example of what you might encounter.
I do have a question. For Product A, do you have a more detailed market test for it?
So Product C, why did you shoot that distribution center?
Well, currently I don't have all those details on hand, but I can send you all the details about free products afterwards through email.
During the meeting, the Japanese partner might ask a lot of questions. It's important to bring all the necessary information to make the negotiation process as smooth as possible. The negotiation process can be delayed, and you may risk losing confidence from the Japanese partner if all the necessary information is not available.
Also, we are happy to offer you a 5% discount if the production process could be started by the end of this year. What do you think?
Keep in mind that in Japan, the partners will often look at the long-term value whereas the short-term gain. It's also customary for the negotiating partner to give the buyer a discount or a premium, called sabits, for the first business transaction with each other, in order to demonstrate friendship and sincerity.
I think it's good. Thank you for your proposal, for your sincerity, effort, and time. But we have to bring this back to our boss first and discuss about it before we can accept it.
Ready to invest a considerate amount of time if you want to do business successfully in Japan. Never expect to reach the agreement right on the negotiation table. The one who is present at the negotiation process will usually not have the power to make the sole decision. The partner will bring the proposal back to the office and go over the points again with the top members in the company to reach a final decision.
So the following acts are the inappropriate behaviors that should be avoided in a workplace environment.
Hey, what's up? I just got my promotion. I just got an 18% wage increase. How about you girls?
Okay, good for you.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Keep your hand out of the pockets, as it is very rude and disrespectful in Japan. Also, pointing directly at your partner is rather offensive. Lastly, here are some recommendations for your family to settle down in Japan.
In Japan, most public child care facilities and schools are Japanese language only. Therefore, most expats prefer sending their kids to private international schools. If you want to bring your family with you, we highly recommend you to go to Tokyo or Kyoto regions, since it's hard to find an international school for your children in other places. Also, in these regions, they are more English friendly. Keep in mind that it will be hard for family members who cannot speak Japanese to find a job. Most jobs are required to use Japanese, and in some industries, local people do not prefer hiring foreigners. In Japan, the road is very narrow and hard to navigate, especially with the dense population. Because of this, the subway and the bullet train are the main ways to commute. The main cities are very crowded. If you are claustrophobic, we definitely do not recommend going to Japan.
When coming to Japan, be aware of some business etiquette, such as buying and exchanging business cards. Japanese people tend to build a long-term relationship with the partner before doing business. They consider trust as the most important aspect in doing business. The common way of building relationship with coworker or business partner is drinking. Regarding the negotiation and communication, Japanese people are detail-oriented, thus they may ask you a lot of questions to make sure that they understand the point clearly. Lastly, always avoid any behavior that may hurt Japanese pride, as saving face is crucial in culture. We hope you all will find this helpful and wish you an amazing experience in Japan. ありがとうございます。